think I've gone live.
It says the broadcast is live.
Have our little intro go here. Still can't hear it.
You can see it.
And then I will bring us in.
Hey,
okay, here we go.
Humans.
Welcome to the show.
Hello, everyone, again. Season 1, episode
4?
4, 5?
4. Episode 4. Yeah.
Episode 4. Yeah. Episode 4.
This is gonna get a little bumpy because I'm using 2 computers. Because my main computer that I've been using for editing, it has no camera, no microphone, right? Because it's a desktop. Mm-hmm. So in order to do the show, I got to use the laptop. But everything is set up for the desktop, so the desktop is up and running, and the laptop is up and running too. So I'm gonna get thoroughly confused at some point. I'm gonna reach for the wrong mouse.
Yeah,
I think I'm bringing up a screen that I'm not. Oh crap!
It wouldn't be a s01ep04 podcast without some hiccups along the way. So it's all good.
So like to thoroughly thank our Patreons. We're gaining patronizers by the day. It's just an honor that someone is actually, takes that much value in our content that they actually want to support us that way. So
yeah,
hats off.
See all the gray hair from the stress of editing and filming.
Since this show is our quarterly show, we have a little extra treat today where we're going to have our team manager from Infinite Disc. He's going to be on the show. So we're going to have Mook on the show. We'll bring him on in a little bit, and then we'll get back to our regular shenanigans. I don't even know what we do anymore. It's like I had a schedule, and then I stopped.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I wanted to say thank you to everybody that's kind of come on board with us in terms of Patreon. That's been growing and growing and growing. We had another one come on board. I don't have his full name. I just have Joey listed on here, but he gave us a big shout out when he became a patron of ours on Instagram. So thank you, Joey, for the support. I messaged him back saying thank you for, obviously for the support and for shouting it out there on Instagram and kind of posting that he had become a patron of ours. So I keep having to adjust. There's a graphic at the end of all of our videos now where it lists all the patrons, and I guess it's a really good problem to have that I keep having to adjust it to add names on there.
Yeah,
so.
I'm waiting to see when you're going to have to start scrolling.
Right now the next iteration is going to be kind of like stacked on one side, stacked on the other side, and then like on the bottom, so that I'll have them all on one page. But I think it's up to 11 now with Joey, so at some point it's going to have to start. Yeah,
scrolling up. Start scrolling.
Yeah, I look forward to that day.
So as not to consume too much of Mook's time, we are going to go ahead and bring him on. Mook is in the green room, the Infinite Disc green room. Should we call it that? I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll call it that. And I think he's ready. And with no further ado, here is. Oh, come on. Oh, there he is.
There you go.
Mook.
What's
how
going
you doing,
on, sir? Oh, we don't have audio on Mook.
You muted yourself, Mook. You have to unmute yourself.
Is that better?
There you go. Now
there
we
it is.
How we doing, guys?
We are all right. How are you?
Good. I was just logging into Patreon so I could support you guys.
Oh wow!
Thank you, man. I appreciate that, sir.
No problem. You guys are doing great work. I see you growing all the time, so we appreciate what you do.
We're out there, man. We're doing as much as we can. Just trying to stay busy and keep growing, so to say, like you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more opportunity down that in the south than up in the north.
Right now. A lot more tournaments. We're more of a year-round disc golf community down here, thankfully, because of the weather. So that definitely helps.
That is awesome.
So you're over in you in Utah?
Yeah, I'm actually in southern Utah. So a little, not a little town anymore. It's called St. George. It's right out of Zions National Park, if you know what that is. A couple hours away from Vegas. So we're in the desert and we get to play golf all year long too. So it's about 60 today. Not too bad.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how far are you? Yeah, I was gonna say, how far are you from the courses that are going to be at Worlds next year?
About a 4-hour drive.
Wow.
So it's actually, the Worlds is at the northern end of the state, and I'm at the very southern end of the state. I look to my right and I see Arizona, and I look to my left and I see Nevada. I think I said that backwards, but you get the drift. So
don't worry, it's mirrored on the screen, so no one will know the difference.
Right.
So we know who you are, but kind of just introduce yourself to our Patreons and later on to the rest of the world when we do finally release this on our YouTube channel.
I'm Mook. Hey everybody. So right now I'm the Team Infinite captain manager. So I take care of all of Team Infinite. So which is a process, especially right now, which with so many good applications that are coming in. I've been playing disc golf for 23 years. So I started playing disc golf in a little town called Grafton, Wisconsin, which is just north of Milwaukee, right around Dretzka Park, if you're familiar with it. So just like anybody, picked up a lid and went out and threw, tried to figure out what this thing was, and got addicted. So I moved to Idaho a couple years later, and that's kind of where I helped pioneer the sport in that state. So when I moved to Idaho, there was 3 courses in the state, and I just kind of started putting in courses, started organizing clubs, started running tournaments. And I mean, everything after that has kind of been following that pattern, going to different places and growing the sport. So kind of a regional legend, I guess you'd say. But yeah, I mean, recently we took up the Infinite Disc Tour, and we started to go out nationwide and go to tournaments and see the entire country. So it's been awesome.
All right.
So you mentioned this time of year being kind of crazy. Obviously, with Black Friday having passed, Infinite put out a bunch of different stamps and just had kind of daily drops of stuff that was going on. So that was pretty fun to see, a little bit different than how they did things in previous years. How do you think? I don't know if you have, like, how much insight you have into it, but with COVID kind of coming around and the sport growing as much as it has Infinite seen like an uptick, like some of the other manufacturing companies have?
An uptick is putting it lightly, honestly. Yeah. I mean, you can see that COVID has brought such a disc golf craze, to the entire world this year, and we've, being one of the largest retailers in the world, have seen a massive amount of increase in customers. So, and I think it was a good way to do it this year. I don't know if you remember Black Friday 2019, but our server actually went down for Black Friday. So we kind of, we did a flex start, I guess you would say, for sales this year, so that we didn't have a crazy amount of people taking down our servers. So it worked out a lot better, even though there were times that were slower. We put out some awesome stamps. Everybody got a hold of them. We put out our new alpaca putter, and those went really quick too. So we appreciate everybody for loving us and supporting us.
Yeah, absolutely. You guys are doing great things. I know Conrad just put out a little video today of him throwing some of the stuff he got from Infinite, and the alpaca was one of them. What are your thoughts on it, Conrad?
It actually surprised me, and I say that as it being a good surprise because of how far it went. It's really glidey, and it has a little bit of finish on it. And I'm not, of course, I throw pure, so I'm not used to having any finish on them. So I look forward to it in different plastics. I like the D putting, but as a throwing putter, I don't think the D blend is going to be the way to go. But if it can maintain that flight with the other modes, I definitely see it being a hot seller.
Yeah, that's what we're going for.
Well, you guys just had the I saw the iBlend got released for it, and the Metal Flake Glow for the alpaca.
Right, and also the D blend, and I believe the P blend as well. So here's the special edition. Let's see if I can get on the screen. Special edition I blend right there. So this is the one that we really like because it's got the four color stamp on there. Yeah. I blend is short for infinite blend plastic. This stuff is it's grippy but durable, and it's a pretty economical plastic to buy. But yeah, the alpaca right there.
That's an awesome stamp.
Yeah.
Hey, there's some infinite right there.
There it is.
Oh. Yeah, I definitely got to get my hands on a couple more. I have the D blend that we got as the tester. But yeah, definitely want to try. I love the iBlend. I've got a Maya in the iBlend and the Aztec in the iBlend that it just feels like you're talking about. There's a good amount of grip to it, but it comes out clean every time and just gets you like that nice straight flight. Obviously, the different plastics will have kind of a bit of a variation on the flights, but the iBlend just seems to be like the straightest of the blends on pretty much everything you throw.
Yeah, it's a good way to put it. It's the straightest out there. If you look at a lot of the different molds that we have, like my favorite is the Faro. I think everybody knows about an iBlend plastic. I used to throw a Shrike, like a G-Star Shrike. It would flip over a little bit too much on me if I overpowered it, but the iBlend Faro seems to be the same kind of flight, a little more glide, but it has a finish on it that keeps it stable and doesn't turn over too much.
And what blend is that you said that you were referring to? The iBlend? Yeah, I have it. I have it in multiple blends, but the iBlend has a certain flight for me, and I'm actually, after throwing it just one day in the field, I really like the Metal Flake C blend from Dane Feldbergs. I really like that flight, and I used to bag 2 Shrikes, 2 different flights, and I easily can replace those with the 2 Faros.
Yeah, if you're in the noodle arm club like I am, the iBlend is good. When you get up to that Dave Feldberg signature stamp, I actually really like it, but it's a little more stable for me, and I can actually throw in a little bit more of a headwind. So, but I like them both for sure. Yeah, and then you get up to like the swirly S blend Faro, and those are the ones that our pros love to crank on. They can really get some good spin on it, and it'll hang out there for them for a while.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff for sure. And Innova makes all of the molds for Infinite, or creates the actual discs for Infinite, correct?
Right. Yeah, we're a partner molding partner with Innova.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any? Go ahead, Conrad. We're probably just thinking the same thing, but go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to ask about some of the top and bottom combos for the disc. We know one, which is the Emperor? Is the one that is like the AJ?
Like the AJ Destroyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably our most popular disc.
Yeah.
So
bag 2 of them.
Because it's a destroyer.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but like the AJ one, straighter, than the other molds. I think when we came out, I think it was the Macbeth version of the destroyer that was out, and the Emperor flew a lot straighter than the Macbeth destroyer.
Yeah. I know I have one of my new discs is a Garrett Gerthy Emperor, and it's like 163, and I'm like, yeah, I'll be able to get over on this. No, it still acts every bit of a Garrett Gerthy Emperor. It's not even like a regular Emperor. It's not a Kona. It's not, it's a Garrett Gerthy, even all the way down to 163.
Yep, and you're going to find anything in that swirly S-blend plastic is going to be much more overstable. Yep, that's why we did that in that plastic, is so Gerthy could wail on it.
Yeah, well, Gerthy throws it straight. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
He's superhuman.
Yeah, he's awesome. We love some Gerthy.
Yeah, I know Conrad loves throwing the Exodus.
Yeah.
Is this? I mean, I've had T-Birds before. This seems to get, I don't know how, but it seems to get 20 to 30 feet further than most T-birds that I've thrown. It'll kind of tip up and just give you maybe just a slight move to the right, and then it just finishes like a T-bird would. And I don't think a lot of people know how good this disc actually is.
Yeah, I mean, before Infinite, I threw T-birds for 20 years, and the Exodus has, like you said, you're getting a little bit farther on it. You're not having to crank on it. It's a 7-speed. It's just going to go straight, and it's going to have a nice, comfortable finish for you. It's not, for me at least, it doesn't turn over too much. I can just rely on it to go where it needs to go and to finish pretty soft.
Yeah, the one that I bagged is a S blend, and it's just that it's dead straight with a little bit of finish. I just picked up in my last order a I blend, and it's perplexing to me because it moves over to the right just a bit. It kind of flies similar to, I guess, a stable Centurion almost.
Yeah.
Where yeah. So like it's like you could bag that one, or you could bag a stable Centurion and just have the same mode with a little bit of variation.
And you know what's crazy is they feel totally different in your hand. The Centurion and the Exodus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, like, I know you're digging on the Exodus. I was gonna ask Mook, and maybe we can name, like, we've all thrown infinite discs now. Like, what if you could pick one out of your bag that's like your top mold? What one would you suggest overall?
You know what I throw more than anything in my bag, more than any throw, is a C blend slab.
Really?
Really?
Surprising, especially for a quote unquote.
Are you throwing all overhand or something? I'm
I've been forehand and backhand my whole career, so I throw them both. But obviously, I'm not throwing a slab. And for those who don't know, a slab is like a 12404. It's a very overstable driver, a lot like a Max, if you're familiar with it, or a PD2. I'm not throwing it for distance. I'm absolutely not throwing it for distance, but I know what it's going to do every time, and I can rely on it. So if I'm within, let's say 250 feet of a basket, I'm throwing a slab because I know exactly what it's going to do every time. So
makes sense.
Yeah, it's a utility disc, but it works for me. Before that, I was throwing a Nuke OS or an APE, something very overstable, and it fits my game. So, everybody always asks me if it's the Archer or the Arrow when it comes to discs, and the Archer can always learn to throw any arrow the way he wants as well. So that's something I'm known for. If you ever played with Mook, he throws a slab on a lot of throws. So the top disc in my bag is the slab. The Pharaoh, if I'm going for full distance, I want to get my farthest throw. I'm throwing that I-blend Pharaoh, about 167 gram. And then I flick quite a bit, and that's where I'm using my Emperor. And I use a combination of the I-blend Emperor. I have the new Kona Panis one. And then also the Splatter S-blend Pharaoh or Emperor is my favorite to flick. So that's what I'm using for a forehand.
All right.
So.
Yeah, the Pharaoh's surprising. But go ahead, Conrad, if you want to name your top mold there or molds.
Well, I first fell in love with the tune, and then I kind of fell out of love with it. But then I got a concrete tune, so I'm kind of back in where I was before. This is the story that I tell. I hate 7-speed discs. I just don't like them. No matter how good they fly, I don't like them. You put a T-bird in my hand, I'm going to give it to someone else. I just don't like them. But I bag the Centurion and the Exodus because they're just that good. They're so good I can't not have them in the bag. And it's just I've thrown the Instinct. We've gone through a gambit of discs that we review. And I just can't keep them in my bag. No matter how good they fly, I couldn't keep them. But those two discs, I can't not be without them. I don't know how to explain it into words other than they're just so good. I have to have them in the bag. So they're in there. Of course, I bag 2 Sphinxes right now. Sphinxes. Sphinxters.
Yeah, Sphinxters.
So one is really flippy, one is more sidewinderish. I had the slab in, I took the slab out. The only reason I took it out was because I wanted to throw one of our discs, our FX2 that we have, H1 Pro Stamp disc. That's the only H1 Pro Stamp disc I have in my bag that I throw. I have the Emperor. I had an iBlend Emperor that I was absolutely in love with that I threw into a river when we were in Tennessee. Were we in Tennessee? Or was it Alabama?
Alabama.
I don't know.
It was Alabama.
Oh,
Ball.
man. Yeah. So I lost that one. I thought the Kona was going to replace it, but the Kona is a little bit more stable than the iBlend that I threw into the water. Do I have a Kona in my bag now? I don't know if I do or not. Anyway, it comes in and out. The Pharaohs. Oh no. Okay, my absolute favorite disc right now is the Maya. Yeah. I don't know why the Maya is so good. I can get the Maya out as far, if not further, than I can get the Pharaohs. It is just. I'm trying to think if it's the S-Blend or if it's the splatter. It may be a splatter.
Okay.
And it just flies magically. Like I want to. Is the Maya? What is that Maya molded off of?
I honestly don't know.
Okay, I thought you were going to say something like a beach
don't.
or something.
Yeah, I mean it's a higher speed Sphinx is kind of what it is.
Yes.
I put Sphinxes in beginners' hands. I put Mayas in beginners' hands, and they love it. They just don't. They come back and get more.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But
so
I also,
Mayas I'm in love
I
with.
also throw a Maya.
Yeah.
I love my Maya in my bag. So.
And the Pharaohs, I'm digging the Pharaohs right now as alternatives to the various strikes that I used to bag.
Yeah, the Pharaohs. I used to bag 2 Pharaohs, and then I guess it all started when I tried the Kona Emperor, that kicked one of my Pharaohs out of the bag, and then I lost the Kona Emperor at a ball golf course trying to get it a little bit past where I should have, and it just went into a lake, never to be found again. So then I bought, though they had that run of the G blends with that like cool gold foil on it. So I picked up 2 of those, and they immediately went in the bag. So now I'm bagging either 2 or 3 Emperors, which have taken my Pharaohs out because the G blend Emperor just seems to just stay in the air, and then it always is going to give you that nice finish. And I can flick them because they're just a little bit flatter than the Pharaohs. I can get a much smoother, cleaner release on flicks also with them. So they've kind of booted my Pharaohs at the moment. But for me, the 2 discs that stood out immediately and that have been staples in the bag since were the Aztec. And I'm bagging 2 of them now. I've got a G blend and the Metal Flake Glow, or the C blend Glow, and then the Sphinx. I've bagged 3 different Sphinx right now to do either go hard right, go dead straight, or go straight with a little bit of finish. And it's such a great disc, and it gets me further down the fairway than some of my 12 speeds sometimes. Like, it's surprising how much glide the Sphinx can give you when you just put it on that nice hydra and let it flip up and work right and then finish. They just love to stay in the air, which is, now I've been throwing the Maya because, like you said, it's basically a longer Sphinx.
Yeah.
So when I first got the Maya, I looked at the numbers and I thought, all right, this is -3.1. I expected a particular type of flight that doesn't necessarily match up to those numbers unless you're getting it up to that speed. And I think it's kind of similar with the Sphinx, where you think, oh, the Sphinx is going to be crazy understable, and they're not. They're so workable that they let you carve up lines left and right, and it's the same thing with the Maya. So once I got that notion out of my head that, hey, this isn't really, for me, it's not a -3.1 disc. It's just a straight neutral disc that's going to get you some movement to the right and then finish each time. Or if you put it on hyzer, you can possibly get it to stand up and then finish. That just kind of opened up new doorways for me. So right now, like, the bulk of my driver slots, fairways and distance drivers, I think all but 3 of them are infinite molds, which I like at the beginning of 2019, I had a bunch of DD stuff in there. I had Innova, I had Discraft, I had Prodigy, and now it's like virtually all infinite when it comes to the drivers in my bag.
The
Yeah,
one
I
disc
agree.
that you have that surprises me the most, that you throw the most, that surprises me, that I don't feel it. I don't, in my hand, it doesn't do the same as it does in your hand. And it's annoying to see it in your hand. It's the freaking cohort.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Yeah.
What is it?
The
The
cohort.
cohort.
Cohort. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an R blend cohort that plastic just naturally grabs. So if I need to throw something near the greens that I know it's going to stick, I just throw a cohort and just throw it on a soft Annie. It'll flatten out at the end. I throw on a little baby hyzer and it does everything I need it to do.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that, if you need something just to land next to the basket, whether you want to just have it shaped to an anhyzer or throw it straight down the pipe, it works great. I understand where Conrad's coming from too, because it's a disc that has a very thin rim, and so it's not for everybody. Like for me, it's the tomb for me. The tomb. Everybody loves the tomb, but because of the rim, I can't grip it like everybody else. That's the great thing about disc golf. Everybody's got a different grip, a different hand size and finger size and all that kind of stuff. So it makes us all unique, where some discs work for some people and not for others.
Yeah.
So
let me move this along a little bit, Mook, and I want to ask you a little bit about the team.
Sure.
Before we came on, you gave me a staggering number, which I don't know how you found the time to do this, but how many applications, I guess, thus far, because they're still open, right?
Yeah, they're still open. We don't actually ever close it. So, I mean, we did open it, obviously for the end of the season going into next year, but we're not going to close it because we like to continually have new people applying.
Yeah.
I was just looking at my list, and I probably might have embellished a little bit. So right now we have 430 applications for Team Infinite.
And those are new applications, right?
Right. Yeah. So, and then I have to go through reapplications too for our existing team.
So, give the listeners or the viewers or whatever they are, a little bit of insight as to what you look for or what you're looking at when you actually go through an application. Because I can tell you, even reapplying, I'm going through the application, and my mindset is different than what I think your mindset is when you're asking the question versus me answering it. And since it's on the form, it's not like I can look at you and be like, that's not really what he meant, what I just told him. That's not what he's looking for. But you can kind of give us a little bit of direction now, what you're actually looking for in those answers from the application.
Well, I mean, obviously we're looking for people who are an above average disc golfer. Not when it comes to just play, but just what they're doing in their community. It's really hard because almost every application, I'll be a little transparent here. I mean, you get applications and almost every application says, this is my rating and I'm a really good guy. And so it's really hard when you're just reading these things to determine who's a really good guy better than the other really good guy and why their rating matters. We really don't look at ratings that much. It's a little bit different this year. We've actually offered team levels this year where we haven't in the past. And so to kind of give you a synopsis, we have what's called our signature team. And unless you are somebody who thinks you can push a lot of plastic with your name on a disc, it's probably not the team for you. That team is reserved for, like we talked about, Garrett Gerthy, Kona Panis, Jeremy Coling. Those are the guys who are on our signature team. Those are that's our top level athletes. The elite team is for people who are on the cusp of that. Basically, the elite team is for high rated players. And I'm talking like, pro or almost pro level players. The exception to that is if we see somebody, we want those players who are up and coming, so the elite team, we're really just looking at, obviously who you are, but where you're at in your game and where you've come from. So if I see somebody who's, very transparent, if I see somebody who's like 930 rated, there's a ton of 930 rated players out there, But if I can go back and I say, oh my gosh, in 2019 he was rated 890 and now he's 930 or something like that, that's something that sticks out to me because I've seen you grow rapidly in your game the last year. You know, like I said, everybody kind of says the same thing in their application. We want to see things that are tangible. We want to see things where I can say, oh, you know what? He has done this, or he's won these tournaments in this division where he hasn't in the past. And that's something that we can see. Maybe that trend's going to continue and he's going to make it up to maybe a signature, team player. So that's what we're looking for in the elite team. The exception to that is we also want women who are playing and competing on that team as well. We really want women to be on our elite team, and we're looking at juniors as well who stand out. We're really working on their game to be on the elite team as well. So, and then you move down to the ambassador team. The ambassador team is kind of the opposite of that. We're not looking at players. We're looking at people who are making a difference in the sport of disc golf, helping it grow maybe on or off the course. So you guys are a great example of that. Through Ace Run Productions, you've been able to grow the sport tremendously, and you'd be a great example of an ambassador. So people who have YouTube videos, have a strong social media following or influencers. The biggest ones are tournament directors, club organizers, people who are leading from behind the scenes in their community or nationwide. That's the ambassador team. That's what we're looking for. And when I look at applications for an ambassador team, again, we're looking for tangible things that you're doing. So when you apply for the ambassador team, you're going to want to say, hey, in 2021, I am running this tournament. I'm running this league. I'm doing these clinics. And this is how Infinite can help me with those clinics. And this is how I can help Infinite when I do those events. So that's what we're looking for in the ambassador team. And then we have our core team, which is kind of new this year. Our core team, we're really looking for people who are helping to push the sport or playing, being a good example, above average in their community. So that's what the core team is. So and when we look at that, we're really looking for enthusiasm. We're looking for people who are consistent and transparent in their disc golf every day. So, I mean, obviously, we're looking for highly motivated people or people who are enthusiastic about not only our brand, but the sport of disc golf. So, does that answer all the questions about that? Okay, or did it take too long?
Oh no, that right there is great. Yeah,
but I can't tell you how difficult it is. It's not just me looking at these applications. It's a lot of people in Infinite. In fact, I just got an email from Dave Felberg who looked through the list and who was helping me out and pointed out some names that he thought would be good. But it's so difficult because honestly, the applications blend together a lot of times. We get the same answers. So
yeah, we hear a lot, or we've heard a lot of kind of the same thing where, hey, if you guys sponsor me, I'll go out and I'll play this many tournaments. Or, hey, if you guys were backing me, I could do this or do that. Where a lot of people don't see that you kind of need to do that stuff ahead of time. You need to grow your own brand so that you become marketable to these companies where you're saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. I think with your support, we could work together to accomplish this. Yeah. You look for that partnership where it's not so much, what can Infinite do for me, but versus how can I be of value to Infinite? How can we work together to grow?
Yeah,
that's exactly right. What can we do together to help you grow? I forgot what you said at the beginning, but it reminded me of something. I've had a brain fart. Anyway, yes, it's how can we work together to make the sport better? Yeah. So we have our mindset here is if we can help the sport of disc golf grow, then our company will benefit for it. So, and yes, we want you to improve your game. And we do get a lot of people who say, if I was sponsored by Infinite, then I could do this. And to your point, we want to see that, and then we can sponsor you.
Yeah.
It's just disc golf is so different than any other sports. I mean, I don't know if you guys see it where you're at, but it seems like as soon as somebody starts playing and they've competed in a tournament, then a lot of us feel like we're sponsorable. You know, everybody. I think that there's a feeling in disc golf where if I'm not sponsored, I'm nobody.
Yeah.
So there's so many people who are sponsored, and it makes you have to cut the pie in a lot smaller pieces if we're doing that for everybody.
Yeah, I think what part of what it is that with disc golf, it's unique that me and Felix we're on Team Infinite. We're on a team. Someone sees value in us, right? But if you look at any other sport, no matter how good you are at the blacktop at the YMCA, no one is coming to give you sneakers. No one is coming to give you a deal, no matter how good you think you are.
Yeah.
But the fact that in disc golf, you can actually be on the course with somebody who is on a team who a company sees value in, and you think, well, that's attainable for me. Why don't I have that? Right? It's an instant. I should have that too if he has it.
Yeah, if he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Where in other sports it's not that way, and when you see someone on the course and you see that they're on the team or you're in the tournament and you play with someone that's on the team, you don't consider or think about what they did to get on the team, right? You don't think about the work that they put in.
Mm-hmm.
You just see them on the team, and then you think in your head, well, hey, I can beat him. I should be on the team too, you know?
That's right. Yeah, and it's, you know, like I said, it's not all about what's on the course, it's what you do off the course as well. And I think honestly, from my perspective, that's more important most of the time, what you do off the course or how you carry yourself on the course other than your play.
Yeah.
So
because we all have some players that are very good, but we hate when they're on our card. And it's not necessarily.
You talking about me?
Good.
Well, yeah, you too, but you are a different problem for me. You're a totally different problem. If Mook knew the stuff that you did to me when we played, you wouldn't be on the team. You wouldn't.
Forget I hear that.
Yeah, but you know, everyone knows that player that, you know, you see him, you're at doubles, you like, I hope I don't get his card. I hope I don't get his card. You know, you only want to be his teammate. You don't even want to be on his card. Just that person is not the person that should be applying for a sponsorship or to represent another company, basically.
We see plenty of it. I mean, at the tournaments that we go to, there are people that are playing at a really high level that aren't sponsored, that are, you know, that are throwing a mixed bag or whatever, and they're competing in MPO or they're competing at MA1, but they understand that they're working towards something, but they're not the ones running around like, oh, I should be sponsored. I'm over here. I just came in second place in MPO, or I just won the advanced division. Nobody's sponsoring me. Like, they're putting in the work to kind of get there. And I think that's more the example that you want to see, what we're talking about, just kind of building your own value so that, I mean, you guys, companies take notice when somebody's going out there, you know, and competing well and doing well in tournaments, like you were talking about. You see somebody's rating has skyrocketed over the last year, 40, 50 points, and they're playing in more and more tournaments. Obviously, they're on the right trajectory. But it's not just about, if you're just going to go out there and you compete and I should say this in a mirror, but you go out and you compete in your first tournament at rec, and you're like, man, when am I going to get sponsored? Like, I just got an ace, came in 17th place in rec. I mean, this is going to jump my rating up. What more do I got to do? There's a lot of steps involved.
Yeah. That was you. I thought I should be sponsored when I won my first rec. The first rec event I entered with my PDGA number, I won. Where's my sponsorship?
Right.
Is this not part of the package? I don't want this trophy.
Right. We love those players too, right?
But it takes time. But
we were all there.
Yeah, you know, put in the work, build your own brand, so to say, and make yourself attractive to these companies, and then obviously they'll take notice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's on the positive note. I mean, it is an awesome sport that if you're not, you know, well above average, you can be sponsored by certain companies. So, and there's so many companies out there that will sponsor you.
So Mook, what's all these discs behind you?
All those discs?
Yeah.
I'm at my store, so I've got discs everywhere.
So tell us a little bit. Tell us a little bit about your store.
Well, it's small, but it has a lot of discs in it. So I mentioned to you before, I'm the owner of the Infinite Disc Tour. It's kind of like a franchise underneath Infinite Discs, but I work for Infinite Discs as a team captain. So when the virus, when the pandemic started, I was with you guys.
Yeah, did you
guys in Georgia? That's right.
Yep.
And we had to come straight home. We drove 4 days from Georgia, and we had no idea what we were going to do. I mean, imagine I own my part of the company, so all the finances and everything is completely separate of the Infinite Discs Online. And we went home. We had about 10 tournaments canceled, and we were like, "What are we going to do? We're an events-based company, and there's no events." So we started to get our cardboard boxes and maybe thinking about going out on the road and begging. So what happened was we came back. St. George is where we live, and we came back here, and I had a friend you can see the trophy over here. It's also a trophy shop, and he's kind of the grandfather of disc golf in the area. And he said, "Well, why don't you bring your discs in here, and we'll see if we can sell anything and make some money, at least keep us afloat." Right. And so what happened was because of COVID, we had an influx of new players. And so the shop did great. It's doing great. And so we said, well, why don't we keep a store here? So now we have a store. And, I could probably swing my laptop around and you could see it, but it's not very big, but it's got a bunch of discs in it. You guys saw our mobile setup.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So it's very, very similar to that. We pack a lot of discs in a little spot. So, but all these discs behind me are discs that I've accumulated over the years and things like that. So I don't know what I got behind me. Paige Pierce, what is this? An Undertaker? Probably signed by Paige Pierce. This was 4-time Paul Macbeth Buzz, ESP Buzz. There was only 100 of those made. It's actually signed back there.
Yeah.
It's numbered. So that's a pretty cool disc. 18 out of 100. So we got that straight from Discraft for being one of their top.
Oh, that disc list worthless.
This is our wooden VIP disc for, I believe it was September.
Oh, that's awesome.
So if you guys aren't VIP members, there are limited spots, but if you can be a VIP member for $20 a month, they send you special discs. We send you special discs every month. This was this month's. I can say what it is now because everybody's gotten theirs. But this has it's like a texture on it. It's really cool. It's a Prodigy D model OS.
Okay.
I believe.
Oh, okay.
And the Duraflex plastic. So that was this month. So this one is a 2004 USDGC Glow Rock.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's probably worth it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got some signatures on it. Got a 2005 USDGC hole number 7 rock.
Mm-hmm.
So just stuff I've collected. Got the Z-Line Zeus. Started a 4-time destroyer. These I got from Ledgestone down here. These are the Crystal Flex Fierces and Luna that they did for the fundraiser at Ledgestone. There's only 200 of those made. So, but yeah, if I turned it around, you'd see there's this there. That's the trophy side.
Oh wow.
That's the store.
All right.
So we have something cool I think we do is we have an ace club. So if you get an ace, you can bring your disc. You can bring your disc, and we'll just take a picture of you on the disc and put it on our ace club wall, and then we give you a free disc for acing. So
that's pretty cool.
Wait, does the ace have to be recent? Because I have several.
Yeah.
You have to drive all the way down there.
There's some small print. I'll just say that so that I don't go broke.
Yeah.
So, but I've been playing for such a long time, and there's so many discs that I aced that I wish that I'd put on the wall, and now who knows where they're at. So
yeah,
I figure you come in, we'll take a picture of your disc. You can take your disc, and then we'll give you a replacement, and that way you can put your ace disc on the wall.
That's pretty awesome.
So,
Cool. Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah.
So you kind of touched on the Infinite Disc tour. Are you guys have you kind of settled in on what the tour is going to look like or for 2021?
Man, everything is so up in the air right now with the pandemic. So I do have a tentative tour schedule of what we want to do. But yeah, I mean, I don't even know if this stuff's going to happen until it happens. Like normally we're out at winter time. We just found out that's not going to happen. So yeah, I mean, I could probably show you if you go to our Facebook page,
Mhm.
you could actually see our tour schedule. If you go to Infinite Discs Tour, I could probably share my screen, but you could probably do it easier than me. But instead of touring full time like we tried to do last year,
Mhm.
We're going to be working on some mini tours. Basically, is what we're going to be doing. So starting in January, we'll be down in Phoenix and head over to, and then be down in that area mostly in this area, and then and that'll end at LBC.
Okay.
So I'll probably be at Memorial, but the tour won't be at Memorial.
Mhm.
There you go. That's it.
Okay.
And then we'll take a break, and then we'll go out to, I think the closest we'll get to your neck of the woods is Jonesboro. So
We were just talking about Jonesboro.
Yeah. You do some filming?
We're thinking about going to submit a bid for that.
Yeah.
That event.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That's your area. So yeah, so if you do that, we'll be there, hopefully, if it happens.
Yeah.
And then Mid-America Open, that's usually in the summer, and they moved it up to the spring. So we've been there before. I don't know if you guys have played or seen Harmony Bends in Columbia, Missouri, but it's one of the top rated courses. It's ridiculous. So and then the Dynamic Disc Class 1 Open, and that'll be a 3 tournament swing right there.
Mhm.
And then we'll come back and we'll hit the West Coast, San Francisco Open, the Women's United States Championship, Masters Cup, Portland Open, Beaver State Fling, and I don't have it on here, but Worlds as well. Obviously, we'll be at Worlds.
Yeah.
That's the part of the tour I'm most excited about, is to hit that West Coast swing. Even though I'm in the West, I grew up in Idaho, probably 9 hours away from what's the name of the park? Beaver State Fling. I have never been. So,
I was just going to ask if it's as majestic as it looks on film.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm excited for that part of the tour. And then later in the summer, end of July, we'll head out and we'll do Great Lakes Open, the Preserve, Ledgestone Open, which we have a really good relationship with. And then head down to Florida. Actually, we will go down to your neck of the woods for the Amateur Disc Golf World Championships.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be in that. Hopefully. I qualified, so.
Yeah. In what division?
MA40.
MA40? Yep.
Yeah.
Me too. Me too.
You guys can battle.
Yeah, we can.
I need a couple
Hopefully.
hundred more points to qualify for MA2 or MA1, one of the two. Yeah.
MA2?
Well, I can sign up for either one. I just need to make the points.
Yeah.
So then mostly everything after that is mostly just kind of regional stuff. You know, we do a lot of Arizona, Nevada, Utah tournaments, and so people love to have us around.
So when we ran into you, you were at the IDGC, and that was for, was that, I forgot what that was for.
I think that was NADG2, wasn't it?
Yeah,
No.
it had to be.
No, the IDGC Championship.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the
Okay.
AM Championships.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're doing that this year. I know Felberg's got his event in February at the IDGC. It's an A tier.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anything yet posted for the amateur championships out there. Hopefully they do. I love going out there. It whoops me every time I go out there, but I love those courses.
Yeah.
And before I forget, if anybody out there is watching and wants us to be at their event, we can help you sponsor your event. We can help, in a variety of different ways. But even if your event is on the same date as one of those dates, reach out to me, because you never know what's going to happen in 2021, and it's not bad to have a backup plan. So if you'd like us to be out there, then reach out to our Facebook page. We're on Instagram. Those are the best ways to reach out to me. So, yeah, I remember IDGC Championship because I was cursing WR Jackson the whole time. So,
that's every time we go.
Somewhere around Ledgestone is where I learned how to throw in the woods. I don't know what happened at Ledgestone, but and you know what it was? Is I started throwing the Ibland Emperor, and that thing just went straight. On a flick, it just went straighter and straight. And I did pretty well at Ledgestone, and then the next weekend I played another tournament in some pretty thick forest, and I did pretty well there too. So
figured it out. So now you just got to conquer WR Jackson.
I got to come back and play it again. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like every year I go there with the expectation, like this year I've got this disc, and this time it's going to be different. And you take that first triple bogey, and you're like, this feels like the same ass whooping I just took.
Yeah.
I explained to WR Jackson like this, they designed it to where they looked at the physics of a disc and how it flies, and they said we want to do something that we want to put in a hole that doesn't conform to that. So you have to throw something that turns left right out of the bat and then flies straight for 300 feet somehow. Yeah. I haven't found that disc.
Yeah.
Jackson has been my nemesis since 3 months into playing. I shouldn't have been there 3 months into playing, but I went there anyway. And I've come down. I think my first round I was like 30 over. I took a 10 on hole 17. It was just But now I think the last time I played, I have to check my stats again. I think I got down to the single digits. I think I'm just 9 strokes over, which is like an accomplishment for me. Of course, I can't do it during a tournament. This is just casual play. But the fact that is my monster to slay, and that I've gotten down to the single digits, that's a win. That's a win.
Yeah. Everybody has that course. That it's challenging and it beats you every time, but you keep coming back for more, and it makes you better. Like if I didn't live 2 hours away, I'd be there all the time.
Right. Yeah.
There's the mobile setup.
Yeah, that's from Ledgestone this year. That was a fun day because Nate Heinold had us at Northwoods on Wednesday. That was actually the day before the pros played Northwoods. And I talked to him and I was like, why are you putting it in Northwoods? It's the course is closed to everybody but the pros for practice day. I'm like, who's going to buy discs from me? The pros have all the discs that they need. But you know what? It was a really fun day because everybody was there. Paul Macbeth, Paige Pierce, Simon Lazat. We got to play some holes with Big Germ. And let's see, Nico. All those guys came into the tent, and you know what? They all bought stuff too. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, wow, it was a fun day. So I mean, we pretty much had all the pros to ourselves. So
awesome. Big Germ throws the cohort, Conrad. I saw him at one of the videos that he did with Yuli at Maple Hill. He was flipping up a cohort on that little downhill.
I mean, I don't have anything personally against the cohort. I just can't throw it, and I hate to see you throw it because you can. Just like you hate to see a pure in my hand.
Yeah. Right. When that first came out, I loved it. So hasn't left my bag. Just I remember using it on a hole down at Lake Havasu where you just had to throw straight and land straight, and I took that cohort out and parked it right next to the basket every time. So I sold a lot of cohorts that day.
Oh yeah, that's one of the discs that when I throw it during a tournament, I think I get more of the what disc was that? I think more often with that disc than with any other disc in my bag, because it'll just do such magical stuff sometimes. I can't explain it, but it's gotten me out of a lot of trouble for sure.
Yeah, I mean the great thing about Infinite is we kind of have an advantage when it comes to discs because we have every disc from every manufacturer. And so when people are looking for discs saying, hey, do you have something like this? We get all of that feedback. Yeah. And that's what we base our molds off of. What are they asking for? Yeah. So it's kind of cheating.
You got the cheat codes over there.
Right.
Yep. I've heard that said about our discs. They have cheat codes. So.
All right, we're coming up on the top of the hour here. Anything else, Conrad, that you could think of that we want to probe Mook's brain about?
No, not really.
Well,
We didn't want to keep you too long, Mook. I know we got some stuff going on, but
yeah. Always.
plugs, shout outs, anything the floor is yours to talk about whatever you want to talk about here.
Yeah, I've seen Infinite grow from the very beginning, and I know the owners from before Infinite when they just ran a disc golf review site, and just kind of hoped that this thing would take off. And I can't tell you how grateful we are for the disc golf community for embracing us as a company and what we do. And we're going to continue to, put out molds. We're going to continue to put out custom stamps that you guys love. Some cool, some really intricate, and then some really goofy ones that we like to do too. So just look out for what we're doing. We're always looking for a way to grow and help grow the sport. So we appreciate that. If you're around the tour at all, come and see us. Come say hi. I love to meet the next player, the next new player. Like I said, I am the team manager, and I always leave some spots open in the year where if I bump into somebody who I think should be on the team, that I have a spot for them. So don't hesitate to come up and say hi to Mook. And if you're ever in Southern Utah, stop by the store and say hi. So I think other than that, I hope everybody has a great holiday season. Everybody's staying safe out there, and hopefully we see things progressing back to normal sooner than later.
Absolutely, very well said.
Thank you.
One thing I will a request, I guess so to say, the classy pig stamp that you guys had, but they weren't on any of the pigs. So there was no end of a pig with a classy pig stamp.
I don't know why.
There's a missed opportunity.
Somebody dropped the ball there.
One disclaimer about me is I actually don't work at the warehouse. Yeah. Like I said, I have my own store, so I don't know the reasonings behind everything. But yeah. I thought the same thing. I was like, I'm going to get me some of those because pigs fly off the shelf like nothing. So I have to ask about that. I will be there on Tuesday, and I will find out the answer to that. So
awesome. If you see any pigs lying around, let us know. We want to do a review on them because when we went out and we filmed Ricky at the last tournament we were at, he was throwing a pig 350 feet on every hole. We're like, well, what is it? Obviously it's Ricky, but it intrigued us, and we're like, well, we need to do a review on the pig and compare it to some of the other approach discs that we've done, like the Zone and the Harp and those type of approach discs.
Yeah, they're all in that category where they're super stable. My 18-year-old, he can throw a country mile. And he throws pigs more than anything.
Really?
So, yeah, he loves them to death. He can really well on them. He knows what they're going to do. So, great disc. Yeah.
All right. Well,
all right.
I think we're good to let Mook go. We appreciate you coming on, Mook. You were our
thank
first
you very
guest.
much. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. You guys are doing great work, and we appreciate you. Thanks for being on the team, and I'm sure that we'll see you on there next year as well.
All right. Looking forward to it.
All right.
All right, thanks again, Mook. Have a good night, buddy.
Thank you, Mook.
All right, there you have it. Infinite Team Manager. That was fun. Got a lot of cool insight as to what's going on and all the different things that he's looking for. I know we get that a ton. I hear it all the time. Like, what are manufacturers or what are companies looking for?
How did you get
sponsorship? Right. How do I get sponsored? There you go. We gave you the pretty much the breakdown there and what they're looking at.
Yeah, you got to. It's not going to happen if you're not wearing the hat during the broadcast. So I mean, if you didn't have the hat on,
get a podcast.
Just wrap it up.
Start doing disc reviews on your own.
Hey! Don't give people the formula.
Right. And then go out and do smaller tournaments and grow and grow. Yeah, that's awesome. And Mook's always been super accessible to us whenever as team members. He's always there to answer questions, and it's been just awesome to work with. So we really appreciate everything he does for the team.
That we do. I didn't think we were going to have him on for that long, but we kept talking and just kept going, and I think we checked all the boxes that I wanted to check. About his store, about the team, and about him. You know what I forgot to ask him about? Well, no, he went over that a little bit. I was going to ask him about being a TD and his background in that, and some more questions about that, but
we could have. Yeah, I was like, oh, we could have touched more base on like the changes he had to make, but he kind of went over it with COVID and everything, and how like kind of transition more to the store versus the events and all that stuff. But
yeah,
we could have had Mook on for 2 hours and not covered everything probably that we wanted to cover, but we wanted.
Yes, we'll have more.
Yeah, it was awesome. So very, very cool first guest to have officially on the show. So what else do we got going on besides the quarterly goodness?
Yeah, that's coming up. But let me tell you this. So it happened again. It happened again.
You threw another disc in the water?
No, that always happens. Yeah, pistachio.
You forgot to set up Teddy Cam.
My son's back from college, so he's up there with my son. He's not sitting over where he normally sits. So
okay.
No Teddy Cam. But this does have to do with Teddy.
Mm-hmm. No. The other knee?
Yep.
Same. Oh, come on.
But at least this time, I know the moment that it happened because he did it and it hurt like hell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just I love him to death. He's my dog, but he's a freaking jerk.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't move when he's in the way, and if he thinks he's skinny, I guess. So he tried to get by me when we were upstairs, and there wasn't room. So he ended up pushing my knee because that's how tall he is.
Yeah.
Inward instead of the way it doesn't bend, and I'm like, I just started screaming.
Mm-hmm. Did he apologize?
No, he was like, "What? What?" He ain't know. He didn't know what happened.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't this. I normally yell if he steps on my feet. He likes to step on my feet, especially in the morning. Don't know why. But this yell was a different yell because it was painful because he really hurt my knee.
Yeah.
So yeah, now my right knee is also injured, tender. This happened 2 days ago, so I haven't tried to throw a disc or anything, so I don't know how it's going to impact me rotating or turning. But yes, now my right knee is coming into question as well as my injured left knee.
Oh man! Good thing you're not playing this weekend.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, maybe I might still be playing. Don't want to be in the tournament, but Oh, you got a tournament this weekend, don't you?
Dude, the Doc Holiday. 2 days, 3 rounds over 2 days on 3 courses.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not playing in that.
At least they're relatively flat. It's Dundee and Green Valley for me the first day, and then Tyus on Sunday.
Yeah, not too much elevation change there.
I just hope. I'm just worried. I don't want to lose any more discs at Green Valley. If I lose my last mile,
there's one hole with water at Green Valley. Okay, maybe two holes at water with Green Valley, but Dundee has like 5. But you're not concerned about losing anything at Green Valley.
No. I'm Green Valley is the one I'm worried about. Dundee, I'm not scared of.
No. Yeah, I said that backwards.
Yeah.
So Green Valley has 2 holes with water. Dundee has like 5.
No, Green Valley has 1, 2, at least 4 holes with water.
3. Oh, I forgot about the other pond. Okay.
There's the par 5, and then you've got the
Okay.
The one
So
behind
5.
the
So 5.
Yeah.
But there's only 1 hole that you're concerned about. Well, maybe 2 now. I still don't understand what happened on hole 18. I don't understand.
I got across.
That's what I don't understand.
There was no reason for me to keep throwing.
Yeah.
You know what it was? When you get across.
So you got across, but you threw another drive from the tee.
For 4. Because I was like, I can park this. But there's one skinny bent tree on the other side. I was like, I need to get to the right of that tree. So my second shot got to the right of that tree, but it got too right. I was like, all right, now I'm going to make the adjustment. And then I went a little left of it, and I was like, all right, now I'm going to make the adjustment. I need a flippier disc that's going to stand up and then slowly work right and then just drop out of the sky. So that's when I broke out the heat, never to see it again.
See, when you were telling me the story, I was like, okay, so he got across. He went over to the disc, and then he threw into the water. So that's why I was confused. That's why I was like, well, that makes no sense. But now that I understand, You threw one disc from the tee. It got across. You're good. You're doing your upshot for your putt to take the par, right? But you're like, you know what? But for the tournament, I'm gonna do something different. Let me learn this hole real quick.
Right.
I'm gonna throw 4 extra shots over this water to
Right.
beat this one tree. That if I don't beat it, I'm not getting my disc back.
Right.
So you said, all right.
Yeah.
Do it again. Beat the tree, but not the right way. All right.
Yeah.
Do it again. Beat the tree, but not quite right. This
Right.
one's going to be the one.
Right.
This one's going to be the one. And you threw it, and now it's out in the middle of
that pot, like deep in the middle. Like there was no way. Like I'd have to swim out to it. I can't even walk out to there. Like, I'd have to get my snorkel and find. And it was just floating there, just teasing me for like
so
a
now
good.
I couldn't understand the video either when I saw you with the stick splashing.
Yeah, making waves,
he's
trying to get
panning
to
over
push.
and stuff, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I have no context. But now that you say this, I get this. And man,
like unless somebody jumps into that pond to pull out this, it's never. And even if they do, I don't think they're ever going to go out 120 feet.
Yeah. Just like my Maya. No one is ever going to retrieve my Maya. There's no reason for anyone to go that far offshore on hole 8 where my Maya is to retrieve any disc. Even if it's theirs. I mean, they just happen to, like I couldn't, if we had the rake, I couldn't throw the rake out that far. I can't get it out that far to get it. So yeah, it's
I've got another Maya on the way though. It's coming tomorrow.
But with that, this is the part that I hate, right? For you. This is the part that I hate for you. You didn't there was no need to throw the shot. You lost a disc that you essentially can't really immediately replace.
No, it's been in the bag for over 3 years, that heat.
And you knew it, right? It wasn't something that you have to learn that you even me, when I saw you with the heat, I'm like, well, I know what he's about to do. You know, it's just sorry, buddy.
Yeah. Luckily my G blend blue Sphinx, ever since it got that gash off the tree, is just a right turning machine now. So I went out to the field after work 2 days ago and was just seeing like, all right, what do I got to do to get this to roll? And it's pretty much an instant roller now. So like there's one shot on Tyus that I know I'm going roller off the tee. So now I'm like confident I can go ahead and hammer on the Sphinx and get it to roll. But yeah, there's just like that was my trick shot disc, that heat, more than anything. Like if I'm in the woods and I need something that no other disc is gonna do but that disc, I knew the heat was gonna make those moves. So now I gotta try to figure out how to make those moves with the other Sphinx that I have. But oh well. Live and learn and don't throw multiple discs.
Not once you made it over the water, no.
Right. At least the
especially
one on
the
hole
third
8.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one on hole 8
that I lost on hole 8 was my first shot. Because I'm like, all right.
Well, for me, it was my first shot, but it was just an unexpected flight because of unexpected wind. Like in hindsight, I should have known. In hindsight, yeah, I should have known it was going to be, that breezy where it was. Where I was at on the tee, you can't feel the wind; it wasn't there. But if you look at the water, you could see that like there was part that one lake, but there was part of the lake that was calm and a part of it that wasn't. You could see the ripples, and that's where the wind was, obviously.
Yeah.
But all that's in hindsight after I done lost my disc 40 feet offshore.
That's about where I am, about 40 feet offshore. And there was a crosswind that I couldn't feel at the tee box at the time that did me in.
Yeah.
So I threw it on just a baby Annie, just expecting it to just turn and then flatten out.
So I'm gonna tell you what you need to throw on that hole. I'm gonna tell you how you need to play it. You throw a slab, then you throw another slab.
Yeah.
You throw one more slab, and then you upshot because your slab ain't going nowhere up like 200 feet.
Just take the 5 and I went S blend Emperor after I lost the Maya on a hyzer. I was like, you ain't going in the water. And then I threw the other Maya, but I was far enough offshore where it was gonna be fine. And then my upshot was another hyzer with the S-blend Emperor. I learned my lesson on that hole. I think I'm going to go G-blend Emperor on just a straight shot and just let it kind of fade out. I want the more distance. I'm going to stay away from the water. I'm just going to go at the hillside. And just
All
have it,
right.
because it'll go straight and just finish it. That Emperor isn't turning over. All it's going to do
Did you
is
play that course? Is that the first course or the second course?
that is the second course. So we're doing Dundee in the morning, and then
So the wind may be a factor in the afternoon there.
yeah, that's why I'm thinking of bringing another Emperor with me.
Yeah,
just in case. But, all right, what else have we got on tap for the evening? Well, we've got not one, but two giveaways.
Oh, we gotta do two giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting the list together now, right?
Okay.
You bring this in, but I need to bring in two separate lists, all right?
Yeah, one is going to be $10 and above only, and then the other one is $5 and above.
Okay. So where the hell did it just go? There it is.
I keep forgetting to add Morgan onto the list of patrons when we do our ending credit.
Well, that's just me.
I know, like I could have swore I added him on. He's gonna be like, dude, he's gonna not invite us back to Hub City next year.
All right, so I'm cleaning up this list. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that are eligible for the monthly. So we got 4 that are 5 and then 4 that are 10.
Okay.
And so that means that for the quarterly, we only have 4 people that are eligible.
Mm-hmm. I think I can name them all. Keith.
Name.
All right, Keith.
Yep.
Sean Medina.
Yep.
Giggle Shack.
Uh-huh. That's the one I thought you were gonna get stuck on too. Come on, pull it out the hat. You've seen it. You've typed it. You brought this on yourself. You brought it on yourself.
Keith. Giggle Shack. Sean Medina. Oh man, this is worse than when I forgot Jenny Costa's name during that tournament. And I kept calling her Mrs. Costa.
All right, so Ryan's probably going to end up being the one that wins since you can't
Ryan
remember his
Dryer.
name.
Let's go, Ryan. Let's go. Oh man. Ryan, you're our number one supporter. Dang it. I did just type his name because I just re-edited the graphic.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm gonna have to do again anyway. So you want to do the monthly one first?
We can.
Okay.
You want to go ahead and do that now?
Yes, I'll show the prize. So we were just talking about the next gen event coming up in February. So we've got a next gen. Let me get this stamp to be right. There we go. A next gen Latitude 64 anchor. A nice stable mid range that still gives you some nice glide. Kind of like the feel of this too. Like that
don't
hybrid,
do that. Don't
that
do that.
hybrid plastic.
Yeah, don't do that because
you know what I need in my life is yet another mid range. But yeah, that's gonna be the monthly giveaway this month. So
all right. So we do have those that are eligible, numbering from 1 to 8.
all right.
Random org. How many times we're going to generate?
We'll do 2.
Okay.
There's 2
So-
O's in Mook, so there we go. We'll do it for Mook. All right.
Okay. So here we go. The first one generates 1.
Okay.
And the second one generates 7.
7.
So 7 is Mr. Sean Medina.
Oh man, he's cleaning up.
Man,
Second prize he's got.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get in early, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now's the time to get in. He had the best chances of winning. So he won the Music City Raider from us. And now he's getting, so he's got a whole DD or trilogy theme. Now he's getting a trilogy mid-range to go along with it. Sweet. Congratulations, Sean. And of course, thank you for the support, bud. And he's still eligible for the quarterly giveaway because he's one of our $10 supporters.
Oh, yeah. Hi, Teddy. So
there he is.
Teddy's right here. Hey, buddy.
He's going to injure your face. Be careful.
Mr. And he's 66 pounds of just of what? I didn't mean to hurt you.
Of anger and frustration. That's what it is.
All right. So
that takes care of the monthly one now. Do we have anything we need to cover before we dive into this quarterly giveaway?
Let's see. What do we have?
I guess we could talk about some of the stuff that we've got kind of in the works that we're thinking about.
Okay.
There's not a ton going on right now. We just wrapped up officially our 2020 season with the Hub City Halloween Open, which 140,000 views, something like that total. Between the tournament coverage, the mic'd up round with Ricky, I think it's closing on like 150,000.
Wow. Yeah, that's the most that we've ever had. I mean, like, I want to say if you combine everything else that we've done, that would rival everything else that we've done with that one event.
That was insane. So
yeah,
a huge thank you to everybody that went out. And I said this during the highlights video to start. Just everybody that kind of you saw it when the rounds came up. People were commenting, they were sharing, they were liking, sending it out, and all that stuff helped to get it in front of more and more people, which is how a video gets to do those kind of numbers. So and the numbers are still coming in. We check it, just about every day. We see another couple of hundred views on this one, another couple hundred views on that one.
Yeah,
it's been incredible. So we couldn't be happier with that. We owe a lot of thanks to everybody that's kind of involved with it, with the Hub City Disc Golf Club.
Yeah, obviously
great courses in South Carolina, Infinite Discs.
Vern in particular, he was there, and he was ready to sign us up for next year before we even finished. Like he was just that much on board, and really appreciate having someone that enthusiastic about our work.
Yeah.
So
and Vern pulling double duty because he also did the bulk of the commentary along with Deanne Carey. On the video. So Vern was all about it. We love that, man. Anytime you and we feed off of that type of energy. We have somebody like that definitely goes a long way. So we look forward to coming back in 2021 for sure for that event.
Yep.
But yeah, so that was the last tournament of the year for us for now, unless something pops up out of nowhere. But the off season we've still got a ton of plastic to go through to do reviews on. And don't look so excited.
We slowed down because of when I hurt my left knee.
Oh yeah,
right. And so
we got to figure that out. Yeah, but we've got one in the can already, thankfully, that we got done, which will be the next one that we released, the Tempest.
Oh yeah. Oh, we haven't put that out yet.
No, not yet. So we were waiting to get through all the Hub City stuff. So the next video you'll see from us will be a review of the DGA Tempest.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a couple more DGA molds to get through. I think the Torrent and the Steady are the last two that we have left for DGA. Okay. Not the Torrent. We did the Torrent. The Undertow.
That's what I thought. The Undertow. Okay.
Undertow and the Steady. And obviously, we've got a stack of different infinite discs that we can go through.
I gotta like it started out like this much, and now I have an entire shelf of just infinite, and
Mhm.
I love it. Oh,
Yeah.
but
And more on the way for me.
yeah,
And then
you have a serious problem. Go ahead.
yeah,
What I
and I
really
keep
want to
ordering the
do,
same molds.
I said this in my application with Mook, right?
Mhm.
What I would really like is, well, I kind of said this. I don't know if I said this or not, but like, I would love for us to know that if we're going to an event that there's other Team Infinite people there that I could possibly swap plastic with, right?
Mhm.
Because I have an Aztec that I'm not going to throw because it's just it doesn't fit what I want an Aztec to do for me.
Mhm.
So somebody else has a P model, not a P model, Inca P blend
You blend the Inca, yeah.
that I definitely want, like all of them. Just give me all of them. So being able to meet up with a teammate and being able to swap and trade plastic would be a great deal. But I went out to the place that I went to in Columbia, South Carolina. I
Mhm.
went out and I ran into a teammate. I happened to see it on this hat or whatever, and he was like, "Hey, Conrad." I'm like, "Hey, I have no idea who you are." He's like, "Yeah, you don't know who I am, but hey." And so, um, had I known and we had a conversation or something, we could have maybe had a practice round together,
Yeah.
or actually did something that helped, not just grow the team, but just did something to
Yeah, that camaraderie and
yeah,
the team
yeah,
building,
that's
so
the
to say.
word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the word. But it's like I had no idea, and it's a huge ask to say, "Hey, Mook, can you find out who's going to be at the event that I'm going to be at?" If every
We can
team,
kind of do that now, though. I mean,
but
we're
if
on
every
the
teammate was doing that, this is my idea: is that there should just be a regional guy, right? So there's like 6 regions, right?
Mhm.
So if there's the Southeast region, the regional guy can keep track of who's going where and when, and be like, "Hey, you're going to be at this tournament with Joey. Shoot a message to Joey and see if y'all want to do something. If y'all want to grab a bite to eat, if y'all want to practice around, or if he has some plastic that y'all want to trade. Make sure you get a picture with Joey, right?"
Yeah.
But now that's a huge ask to ask of Mook to do that for the entire team, and we're talking about I don't even know how many members are on the team right now, but
at least two. At least two.
I'm thinking it's probably closer to 100, right?
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
not.
people post stuff on like that one post that we saw on the Infinite Facebook page that was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about going to the IGGC
Yeah,
for the event." I
yeah,
was like, "Well, I'll be there," and you're like, "Well, I should be there too."
yeah, yeah.
But not everybody does that, obviously.
Right, yeah. Because I didn't do it for South Carolina. It kind of didn't even cross my mind.
Yeah,
But if we have a person that is, that can be that point person for that region, makes it a little bit easier than asking Mook to do that on top of everything else that he's trying to do as far as managing.
yeah.
And it also makes it good to have, not that Mook isn't accessible because he really is, but if you have someone else that you want to run something by before you ask Mook, be like,
Mhm.
"Hey, I haven't got my allotment yet. You think I should ask Mook about my allotment or whatever?" Just somebody to have something to bounce something off of. Um,
You trying to be that guy? You trying
I
to be
don't
the
want to,
Southeast
but
guy?
if I ended up being that guy, I would. But I mean, I wouldn't want to, but I could. But I don't want to, but I would if I had to. But I don't want to,
Right.
but I could. Yeah,
Okay.
it's my idea. I don't want to do it. It's just my idea.
Yeah.
I want credit for the idea, but not for actually executing on it. That's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not. Yeah. Um.
Or we oh, disc reviews.
Yeah. Disc reviews.
One thing I wanted to touch on and give a special thanks to is Larry over at Pro Pool Disc Golf. He
Mm.
supplied us with some practice poles.
I want. I want. I'm gonna have to reach out to Larry. I want 2 more sets. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm thinking of extra stuff. I'm thinking of. Remember we talked about having a target out there for upshots, a ring. That'd be perfect for
Yeah,
that. But we
yeah.
couldn't do it with just 1 set. We would need more than 1 set. So I
You
was
could just
thinking
buy
about.
little flags for that. You don't need all.
I mean, yeah, we could, but I'm thinking about visibility from the drone and everything. Because you saw me put up the video of me throwing that first wave of 10 discs, right?
Yeah.
You have no idea how long it took me to do those lace lines. I gotta send you the video on how to do lace lines so you can learn how to do them too. I saw
Yeah.
another video that I wanted to watch someone else's technique to see if it's anything I can take away from it. Not if it's faster or better, but just anything I can take away from it. Because the way that I do it now that I've done it several times, I completely understand and everything. But
Yeah.
there may be other tips and clues and stuff. So I haven't watched them yet, but I keep seeing them.
Okay.
But yeah, each one takes me about. I got one done. I think the fastest was like 13, 14 minutes to do one.
Right.
Yeah, I did 10 for that one video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working on the other 10 for the round 2. Then I have a third round, but with a different angle, and I'm throwing more discs. So I remember I threw the 2 Incas, and then I
Oh,
threw
and then you
my Inca.
compared them to yours. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I'm gonna have to put all 3 of those into like one combined lace line.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's some project. I'm trying to do some more stuff for my channel because I forgot about my channel. The only thing I would ever put on, the only thing that's on there for 2020 is infinite disc stuff. So the 4 times that I opened the box, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But after going to that event, and someone's like, "Hey, how's your 100 subscriber?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I forgot I got a channel. I guess I got people subscribing. I guess I need to put content on there too." So that's what these are. These are going to go on there.
Yeah.
Because they're not really suited. Those aren't suited for S01 Pro because it's not really a disc review. It's just me throwing disc. I did do a round where I recorded myself playing that I'll probably put on my channel. I don't know. That's about all I got right now.
Yeah.
But for Ace Run, we've had something in the can for like months now, and I'm itching to put it out. I'm itching to get a response from it to see how much more we want to do it. And what it is it's the run throughs, right? But I don't know. I guess okay. I'm laughing because I'm like it's kind of like a baby. It's my pet thing right now, right? That I've been doing it, and I haven't got any response for it, and whatever. And then I'm like, I don't want it to end up like the ProPro commercial, where I put it out there, and it ends up ranked 17th out of 17th.
Whatever, man. Larry got orders from being 17th out of 17.
Yeah, Larry happy with it.
Exactly.
So, there you go.
Dave was saying that Larry said that from like the moment it first aired, his Shopify or whatever account was just ding 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 ding, like orders coming in like crazy from it. So,
and I'm happy that we had. I'm happy that we got a hand in the new dippers and
yeah. Rounders, yeah. It worked, man.
Yeah.
He's sold out. I don't know if I showed you this or if you can even see it here. Memory card A is no more.
What?
There's a chunk missing.
Oh wow! What?
I
How'd that
put
happen?
it into the memory card reader and I pulled it out. And I didn't do anything different than I normally do. And now when I put it into the camera, I was gonna record something real quick and it was like memory card A missing. I was like, no, it's not. Pulled it out, put it back in, it's like memory card A missing. I'm like, what? So I put in another memory card and it worked just fine. So it is no longer reading. I think I've pulled everything off of that card that was on there. But we got a man down.
Huh.
We won't be recording any disc reviews on that one. On that card.
Is the chunk still in the wherever it fell out from, or
I didn't see it. Like that's like the memory card reader. I put another memory card in it, and it fits just fine. And there's nothing.
Yeah.
Loosened. I don't know what happened.
Man, I told you before, man. You gotta be extra gentle with electronics. They really temperamental. I don't know what happened with that one. When you first showed it up, I was like, "Is that my memory card?"
Well, I still got to get your memory card reader for the one that goes on the right side. Since you're not utilizing that one,
I do
I've
use
got
it.
the slower one.
I do use it.
Oh, you do use it now?
And the desktop, because the desktop doesn't have a reader.
Oh, okay, so then I got to order one. When I get the new batteries and another set of memory cards, I'll put that on the list.
Yeah.
On there. But yeah, the run throughs, we're still kind of figure that out. We want to do.
Still want to do challenge videos.
We've got some ideas for challenge videos. I won't get into it in case they don't happen, but we've got some ideas.
Wait, there's a video somewhere of two people at Lenora Park.
Yes, in blow up suits. I gotta find that.
I didn't watch it.
I just saw like the 8 missed putts in a row.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't even know who that is. Like
me neither. I was like, they were at Lenora? Huh. I kind of forget Lenora Park exists.
Yeah, I haven't been there in so long.
So that's where we should do that rollers only challenge at Lenora. All 18 holes, nothing but rollers. Every shot, besides putts. Your up shots, your tee shots, everything has to be rollers.
That would work there. 17 is kind of scary though, but I think 17 I'm gonna go with a forehand roller. It's the only one that has water that could possibly get in the way.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, roller only challenge. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a couple like that. We gotta do it in the wintertime. Wait.
That's right now.
Like when the grass ain't high and thick.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe later in December, or like sometime in January, you get out there and get that done.
Yeah.
But yeah, there'll be a lot more content like that for the off season is what you're gonna see. I'm debating whether or not to put together a best of 2020 compilation, just kind of based on all of our tournaments, and just maybe doing like part 1, part 2, something like that.
Yeah, you could do. I mean, that can be done. I was just trying to think of like all the raw footage from there, where it's at, because it's across different hard drives for me. I don't know if you still have them all on the same.
I've got a bunch of them on the external drive. It may not be with commentary though, but I'm kind of exploring as to whether or not I can just download everything right off of YouTube and just upgrade it.
You could.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you download, it's going to be stuck at 720. Even if you take it up higher, it's still going to be 720 resolution.
Yeah.
But I put in my 3 terabyte, one of my 3 terabyte drives in the new computer, and I have a whole partition that's just full of stuff. Like I totally forgot about it, but it's like just full of raw stuff. And I don't know exactly what it is. Some of it's tournament coverage, other stuff is just raw video. I don't know. But then there's another hard drive. It's not on that one. It's on that one. Then some on that one. I don't think anything's on those. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know about the raw stuff.
Yeah, I'll take a look and see if it makes sense. I think I can get it done. It would be some work, obviously, but I think we can get that out by the end of the year. Maybe kind of do that right around New Year's Eve or something. Just kind of put out a quick best of 2020.
Yeah,
we did cover quite a few tournaments this year, despite all the craziness. We still got out there and quite a few events, and we got to play in a lot of events, which is I'm coming up. This is going to be my 15th event for the year.
Yeah. Like I think I'm at 14 or 13, and normally I do like 18. So it's like we've done almost the same number of events that we normally play.
Yeah.
But we've also recorded events, and even with the year being as weird as it has been.
I kind of just thought of a fun question to ask, based on just you and I, just based on this. On everything of the new courses that we got out to this year, was there one that kind of stood out to you as a favorite?
You got to be more specific. A favorite to play or favorite to just experience, to watch?
We'll do both. Favorite to play and favorite to watch.
The course for Magic City, it sticks out. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I lost my disc there. Because I don't think we played all. Did we play all 18 holes?
At Civitan?
Yeah. I don't
No.
remember. I know we played.
We played the bulk of them. I know we ended up skipping around the last time that we played because we did like drone footage, and then we skipped a couple holes on the back nine just to walk our way back towards the car.
Maybe it's because I lost the disc there, and that's recently stuck in my head. But I mean, it was a good stretch.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we didn't play all the courses that we filmed. Oh,
No.
but I did like that. I did like that one. I don't know. So we played all of the other one that we did. All 3 days, same course. Cedar Hill.
Cedar Hill?
Yeah. I like Cedar Hill. It was a good mix and challenge, even though there's I was going to say there wasn't any like extremely long holes.
Mm-hmm.
Hole 18 is a long hole, but weren't any like legit just get out there and bomb holes. Everything was
You had to throw with a purpose.
Everything was purposeful, right?
Yeah.
You couldn't. There wasn't one that you just like. You know what? Yeah.
That was my favorite of the ones that we played.
Yeah.
Was Cedar Hill.
If we would go to the ones I didn't like recording at Inverness.
Mm-hmm.
But that's probably just because all the elevation change and
yeah,
and not knowing what's coming from where exactly.
Yeah.
It was that right there was a good finale, like coming down the stretch and having that potential playoff. Oh, not the potential playoff. The
It
playoff
did go into the playoff.
happen.
Yeah.
That right there was exciting to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
I think Holston just has the best mix of everything.
Yes.
Right.
I really want to play Holston. I got to play some of Holston, but I really there was actually last weekend. Might have been last weekend. There was a tournament at Holston, and
you wanted to go?
I considered driving up to play it, but I'm like, I don't know. Like that's a long drive to take that whooping and then come back home. Just
yeah, because it will be a whooping. That would be a serious. That's a. I walked it twice that last day though, so.
I think that was my favorite to film this year was Holston. It's kind of a toss up between Inverness just because of the challenge and watching them kind of tackle that course.
Yeah.
And Holston, but I think Holston having 27 holes that are so because it really is like 3 different sections or 3 different levels of disc golf that you have to like.
Yeah.
And as you're working up, you're like, oh, they're almost at the boss level. Like hole 21 to 27, they're taking on the final boss. trying to save the princess. That was definitely a fun course to see them challenge and tackle.
Yeah. I want to play there too. I do want to play that course. Like if you say, hey, what's one course that you want to go back to that you didn't get to play? That would be the one.
I want to play Pipeline too. Pipeline looked like a lot of fun. We didn't get to play Pipeline at all.
Yeah. I would like playing Pipeline. I will want Holston would be first, Pipeline would be second.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else that we did not get to play that would be Where else didn't we play?
We didn't play
Inverness.
we didn't play Inverness.
There's another one there we didn't play, right?
We didn't play the first one, the first round.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the course.
Me too.
Yeah,
because we ended up
play
the day we filmed that, we went out to George Ward Park, and we played that one before we went to tee off, or before we went to go film over there.
Yeah. Huh,
But that looked like a fun course too, but we didn't get to do that one either. Well, if we do get out to Jonesboro, we need to make sure we're out there to play some Jonesboro.
Oh yeah, I'm. You may have to just leave me if you can't make it. I'm gonna definitely play that.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
That's it. That's all I got. I just want to kind of touch on what's coming up next, where we're at. Give the big shout out and thank you to ProPol, and just kind of give everybody an idea of what's coming up for the rest of 2020 and kind of the off season.
Yep. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, hopefully we can get some more of the fun content out there, and I think this will be. I think since our audience is like just slowly growing, right? We're at what 7,500, something like that. Is it 7,000 or 6,500?
6,700.
Yeah. Don't worry. By the time this plays, it'll be at 675, so it'll make sense.
Yeah.
But like just to see some of the fun content that we do too. I mean, some people may go back and look, but like to have that audience of that many subscribers now, and then us go out and do something fun. I think that'll be fun and interesting, and looking forward to it. We still gotta figure out how to get the Robinsons so we can get this final
battle. So
final battle taken care of. Either a whooping. It's gonna be a whooping one way or the other.
Yeah.
Either we're gonna give it or we're gonna receive it. One or the other. I'm not sure.
We tie them up. We tie them up together, and they gotta somehow work as a unit.
Three-legged
three-legged Robinson race. Yeah, figure out how you're gonna accept.
And if it's a backhand shot, the person on the right throws. If it's a forehand shot, the person on the left throws.
That could be it. They won't get injured at all.
No. I mean, they young, they heal.
They'll be all right. Yeah, we got to figure that out. But that's and they're all on board to do it. So pretty soon we'll be taking on like the younger generation of Robinsons, taking on like Judah and Joel.
I'm afraid of them. What else? Oh yeah. I don't know. I was about to say they should give us some ideas, but I might be a little bit afraid of what other people come up with.
Yeah.
Let's go. Oh.
Giveaway. What is that? What is this? What are we looking at here? Well, let me show everybody what the actual giveaway is going to be for the quarter. That we've got going on. So we've got an Innova bag.
Look at that.
Nope, there it is. There it is.
That's a nice bag. Is that gray and black?
Gray and black.
Yeah, that holds about I think it holds like 18, 20 discs or something like that, right?
Just about.
Yeah.
And inside the bag.
There's stuff inside the bag?
Is a Page Pierce stalker.
Oh, that's a nice stalker.
Oh yeah. You've got a NADGT stamped Thrasher.
Oh, look at that there. That's pretty, man.
Okay.
Hey, feel it in your hand. Feel it in your hand. See if you
I don't want to like it. It's got a pop top to it too. Like I feel like this is going to be a little bit more beefy than a normal Thrasher.
Hey, I need to throw that before we remember I used to throw a Thrasher? I need to throw that. And maybe my Thrasher has fallen out of the tree at the Crucible. Maybe it's fallen down by now.
Maybe. And we've also got an XL Innova shirt. So we got a little bit of Innova.
You have the hardest time finding the screen.
I know. So a little bit of Innova and a little bit of Discraft today. The 2 mega powers combined for our quarterly giveaway, our first quarterly giveaway. So quite a good value there for $10 a month. You're getting a bag, 2 discs, and a shirt.
And a shirt.
Yeah. So as a thank you. Oh, wait a minute. Is this one of the old sticker ones? Yeah, in the little pocket, little Ace Run Pro sticker.
Oh, I remember those, man.
Yeah.
I remember those.
Sweet. There you go. Put that in there for you too. Make sure there's no like minis or something there. Or a gun.
You need a mini?
No, there's no mini.
You need a mini? I'll add a mini to it.
You gonna add a mini? All right.
Good nose. I got plenty of them.
Yeah. So there you go. One of our 4 patrons at the $10 level will be taking that prize back. Ooh, that's a nice one. There you go. And a mini.
Or as my family calls them, coasters.
Oh. Disc golf coasters. If Sean Medina wins, he can't win anything else for the rest, like the next 3 months.
He's disqualified.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go.
Let's go.
We got our 4 $10 and above patrons.
There you go.
We're gonna go to random number generator.
All right. Should we do 4 as the number this time?
Sure, let's do 4 as the number.
Okay.
All right, so 1 through 4, we're going to generate once, number 4, twice, it's number 3. Third is number 3. And the winner is number 3.
3. Not so random generator doing big things.
And you won't believe who it is.
No freaking way.
Sean Medina.
Sean Medina. Oh my God.
This guy.
Sean, buddy, no more giveaways for you for the next quarter, dude.
Everything that he's done through Patreon, we've given him back in disc and prizes. It's just
that is crazy.
And it went three times. Like it said no, I meant 3. No, I meant 3. No, I meant 3. I'm like, dang, all right, bro.
Hit it again. Go back to it. Hit it again. Let me see what number comes up next.
Okay, 4.
4. Okay.
Okay. It's not broke.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. All right, Sean. So I might as well just put this disc in the bag there with the rest of the stuff. That is craziness. Well, there you have it. Our first big quarterly giveaway. So if you've signed up for the $10 level, you saw that you are eligible for this giveaway, and it said that there would be at least 2 discs given away with each quarterly podcast. Obviously, you're getting more than 2 discs with this one. You're getting, like we showed you, the mini, the shirt, and a bag. So they're not all going to be over the top crazy giveaways. But we figure for the first one, we'll do something a little special and kind of throw in even more value as a thank you for everything that you guys are doing for us.
The sticker, too. He's getting a sticker, too.
And the sticker. The sticker's big. The sticker alone is a $40 value.
Yes.
Everybody knows that. So.
Exclusive. It's an exclusive sticker.
Well, there you go. Right. So now, the next show won't be until January. We'll be celebrating 2021 and the start of a new year and a new disc golf season because, as we know, once January hits, the season is kind of right behind it. So,
yep,
be gearing up, ready to move.
I'm ready to take this bad boy out, man. I'm ready just to get some high frame rate, some
multiple angle run backs now.
Yes,
small angles.
Yes.
You can see mine in the background there with the nice dead cat on top of it.
You got a dead cat?
Mm-hmm.
My dead cat's in the box.
All right, buddy. Well, if you don't got anything else, we're coming up on 2 hours.
Hey, I just thought of one more thing that we should do for the channel. because it would have to be nothing but hilarity. Is to film us back playing ball golf.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's been 3 years since we've actually done that. I played around. I did play around. I played one round last year. Before that round, I can't remember playing since the league. And I was in that ball golf league for like 10 years.
Yeah. Yeah, I played at least one round last year. I might have even done two. There was no more than two though.
I think that would be at least worthy of getting on camera. Actually putting it out to the public, that's a different question. But I think we should at least play. But we can't bring Jay. He can't come.
I'm trying to think of how we can incorporate disc golf into it. Like
we can I can
like on the par threes, we'll throw a disc on every par three and see if we score better with the sticks versus the disc. Like the flagpole will be the target that you have to hit with the disc. You see if you can get a par three with the disc versus the actual sticks. Too bad there's no par three courses around here anymore.
Oh yeah, no.
That would have worked at that lit up one. That used to be the par three. We could have done that on every hole.
Yeah. The only concern I have with that is like trying to reach some of them with a driver and coming into the green. That's the only concern I would have with those. But I was going to say that, I mean, I can hit up the course that we were doing the event at. We can still play disc golf and ball golf. Like, no, it's too much work. Never mind. It's too much work. I was going to say set up the course like I did, put the one basket on the cart, drive it out, and do that again. But
that's a long day.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. I don't know. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Stay tuned.
I think that's it.
Yeah. 2 hours. We've done enough. We've done our work here.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, again, for checking out the show.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, all the patrons, for getting this exclusive look. Y'all will have this before. We're going to release this one out just as a filler, I guess, on the channel and see what happens.
Yeah. A big thank you again to Mook for joining us.
Being our special first guest.
Absolutely. Congratulations again, Sean Medina.
This guy. Did you see that he came in second place and open?
Yeah, he's gonna be sponsored by Ace Run with all the stuff we're giving him.
He needs to win a shirt so that he can wear that when he
right.
When he because right now there's only 2 sponsored players for Ace Run.
Yeah. We do have discs, so when this gets released on a wider scale, we do have Prodigy molds with Ace Run Pro stamps in them. Some MX3s, some PA3s,
FX2s, and H3V2. No,
we do. As far as I know, I think we only had 3 molds. We had the Glow PA3s.
Yeah.
Then you had the 350 PA3s, the MX3s, and the FX2s. At least that's all that I have in my crate.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm thinking Mother's Raising Sons thing. Yeah. Probably is what I'm thinking. Yeah. So we have disc. Hopefully, we'll have some apparel next year. Hopefully, we'll have some more discs so that if you see us, hey, ask us how you can support us with merch.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to go grand e-commerce online type scale, but even if you purchase a disc from us, it really does make a difference in what we can do. So there's some people that say, hey, I can't do Patreon for one reason or another. Fine, get a disc.
Yep. Literally every dollar helps.
Yeah. So there's that, and I think that should we should just go ahead and end the show there.
Sounds good to me. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Oh, I hate in broadcast. I got to do